Okay, I tried to have themes. Oops, sorry about the shaking. Tried to have themes that went with school. So I embossed that acrylic with this folder. Let's see if you can, if it'll focus. This folder. It's a embossing folder by the Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby brand. Love it. And in here I've got that with chocolates. I have sticky notes. I think it's 3 pairs of sticky note holders that are school themed. Let's zoom back out so you can see. Okay, let's see. This one is just a plain ABC on the flap, and then on the bottom portion I've got the paper from that paper pack from Michael's with the ABCs. And then this is a cracker box that I made from tags, bags, boxes, and more Cricut cartridge. I made it small, and inside I think I have peppermint. I can't remember, but I made it out of red. I used the edge punch before I put the box together. Use the edge punch and inked it with white acrylic paint. Did my own embellishments. For some reason I feel like it's cheaper for me to make my own embellishments, but it does take a lot of time. So I'm not sure if it's worth my time, but I do like how they turn out. But I went and I tried to find as many schools or education stamps that I could find. I found one that had books on it, and I just stamped them and colored them with just regular Bic markers or whatever scrapbook markers I had, and inked the edges, and then used glossy accents to make it shine, and popped it up on the side of the box. And I think there's a pencil on the other side, or a school bus. And then I punched this with a EK Success punch. I think it's a tag punch, and then use a white colored pencil to give the illusion of a chalkboard. It says Best Teacher. This apple, I stamped it. I have a stamp, and I fussy cut it, and you can't see it, but it's embossed with little dots, and have this ribbon that's black and white. I just really like it. This paper I printed on the Cricut Imagine. It's on the black and white cartridge. It's black and white Teresa Collins cartridge, and because the Cricut Imagine has been discontinued, it's kind of hard to find cartridges that you want. They have all those paper printing ones, and I won't say they're a waste of time, but I prefer the ones with images and fonts. But I have enough. We'll just see. My hope is that somebody else will buy that part of ProvoCraft out and repair these machines for us and offer accessories for them, but who knows. Right now mine still works. Not quite right, but still works. But I printed this, and it was a shape, and I inked the edge. And then I have this stamp set that I got on clearance, and I can't remember, it was at Hobby Lobby. I got on clearance for $2.58. It's regularly an $11.99 stamp, and it's Back to School, I Love School by TPC Studio, and it has a, ooh, I'm sorry about the shine. It has a Back to School stamp. Let's see what I can turn off so you can see. Does that help? Nope. Does we'll see. It's a shadow. Let's see. Either way, it's a Back to School stamp. Let's try that. Sorry, that's my desk lamp, and we'll see if I can not have too much of a problem. But Back to School stamp. So it has ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, pencils, books. Then it has this school bus and this little apple stamp. So I use this stamp a lot, and either cut the apple out or use it on a tag or embellishment like this one. And I popped it up on just a circle black cardstock, and then a scallop red cardstock that I punched with a punch, and just use either black marker or black acrylic paint and just dot it around and put some stitching. Really cute. Now also in here I did some thank you cards. I think there's 4 envelopes. And it's interesting, the cards I made out of just white cardstock, and then the envelopes were pre-made. I bought those already. I just made my cards to match them. But I cut this apple out of from the Cricut. It's either on the Doodle Charm cartridge, or the Planting School book. I think it's Doodle Charm, and what I did is I ran it through the Cuttlebook Swiss Dots folder. There you go. You can see the dots, switch dots. And then this one, I think I actually colored it with markers. And it has several layers to give you that accent with white behind. Inked it and used markers to color the leaf and the stem. But these cards I really like. I tell you, I don't have an extra one, but I have pieces so you can understand. I use the cut above folder called, well, I didn't write the name of this one. It's the one that says thank you. It has thank you in many different languages. Mercy, gracias, wow, so kind, that kind of stuff. Either way, what I did is I used an ink pad and I inked a band around the thank you that I use around the thank you cards to put with them from this folder. And I used my brayer, small brayer, and an ink pad, and you can still see some of the ink, but it's dry. And I inked over, I think the background one, this one, the deboss. I inked over it. I ran paper through it, and this is what it looks like. Pretty cool. I like it. And so on the cards, you can kind of see that band. And then I just took a narrow strip of red cardstock and barely put it behind. I used a scallop blade on my Fiskars cutter and put a very thin, narrow red band on the thank you card and cut it even on the edge. So when you open it, it's just a blank card with an envelope. And then I banded them with just the cardstock band that was embossed in the alphabet or typewriter embossing folder. Really, really cute. And the ribbon I got at Hobby Lobby. And then there's another sticky note holder in the back, and they're just different school stuff. Really cute. But I have to show you this. This is, I got these at Michael's. These are notepads. And I have one that's different because you can't see that one. But when you buy them, they come with, the banding here is something kitcheny. It has like green and just not schoolish. And what I did is I cut some cardstock and folded it and glued it on. And this one, this is from another school kit with the different themes. I actually embossed it with that typewriter embossing folder. And then I have this ruler or measuring tape kind of ribbon that I'm using in a different theme. I just wanted you to see the pack, but it was really neat because these are in the dollar bin. They're usually $1.50 and they were on sale for 50 cents, so I bought like 10. So I thought that was pretty cute. So I made a lot of different apples embellishments and then tied them with ribbons. These are #2 school pencils here, and I just made a short band around them. You can sort of see it on the side out of some of this notepad paper from this stack. Scalloped the edge, inked it, put some ribbon around it. Really, really cute. And I keep thinking of things to add to the packet, so we'll see. Now this one, I haven't sealed it yet. It's different. The box is just a plain box that I made out of cardstock, nothing special. I wanted something short but wider enough to get things in. And it's got some of the same similar things but different. It has this is a sour cream tube or holder that I made, that and there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube for this and the sticky note holder. But I used the apple paper from the pack, and then each one I tried to kind of make a match. Let's see if I can get you to see it. I punched this little tag with the EK Success punch. Well, I stamped thanks with a stamp, and then I punched it out, and each one has thanks, and it's tied with that red ribbon, Grow Game. Is it Grow Game? This check. I can't remember what you call that, but this ribbon, I got them in many colors. The little white button and a bow that's out of some twine, white twine. Inked the edge is really cute. And then this one also has the notepad, and it says Best Teacher. There you go. And that white, excuse me, that white colored pencil. And then this one has actual gel pens. And they all have the same thing with the thank you, the thanks, and the little button and the twine. I did some binder clips for these, giant binder clips with that same school paper and the button and the twine. And it doesn't say thanks. Not sure if I'm going to add that. Not sure. Might just leave this like it is because they use them a lot, that thanks. I get on their nerves. But has a sticky note holder. And what other goodies are in there? And then I shredded my own what you call this, crinkly paper. I like that. I can get it to match any kind. Just cut some up and twirl it around a pencil or shred it. So I like those. So then I thought, what about, you know, guy teachers? Yes, they do apples. Yes, they do the school things. But I want something more masculine. So I got a couple of things I'm working on. I have these paper clips that I'm just kind of throwing in different teacher bags. And it's the ribbon with a little circle and a teeny tiny apple punch that I found in the dollar bin recollections at Michael's. And so anything that was teacherish, schoolish education, I'm kind of looking for, because I find it's hard to find. When you need it, you can't find it. So I'll probably see plenty of it in the summer. This is one that it's in progress. It's red. It's a narrower box. This one comes from the Sweet Tooth boxes, and it also has an insert to put cupcakes, but I'm not doing cupcakes, and so I'm doing just different things. Of course, same thing. This is a sour cream container, and I popped up one of those little embellishments with the red, and then inside, don't know if you can see it, inside is I inked up some white cardstock. I inked the typewriter alphabet embossing folder with black again, and then used the white cardstock. So the letters are white, but the background is black. It's really cute in person, in real life. So that's in the making. And I wanted something with a black roof, but not really black. So this is paper that I printed on the Cricut Imagine. I bought one of those cartridges that's like seasons or pictures outdoors. And one moment, I can find them. Here it is. Okay, it's snapshots. You got texture, and then you got one that looks like fruit and texture, one that looks like fruit and other stuff. But I used this one, and it was this image here, whatever that is. I don't know if that's a subway tile or what, but the color was more gray than I wanted, so I inked this paper once I cut it out with some black, just general dye ink, and have it more dark to kind of match my thing. Not sure what I'm going to put in here, but I'm going to make some more things, and we'll see. Some people want to add gift cards to their teacher packages or boxes, so, and then I can put their name on it, or different little things that they could use with the teacher themes that they could use as a display in their room to remind them that their students appreciate them. This one, I'm not quite sure. Tried to think out of the box, and I printed this box using this cartridge again, the Cricut Imagine. It's white cardstock, and it's supposed to be brick. Supposed to be brick. It's this image here. I couldn't adjust it to get it darker. I really want it red. I kind of think schoolhouse red, school bus yellow. And then when I tried to use this on an image, because it's kind of yellowish for school bus, the color just couldn't come out right, so I had to finagle it. Either way, I printed the box. Looks like brick, and the other cuts that you layer from this cartridge, this was yellow cardstock that I ran through the Cuttlebug with a herringbone embossing folder, to get that kind of image or dimension on it, and then I lightly inked over it with a gray. I think it's London Fog ink. Linked over with gray, and then I actually put white cardstock behind the window, because that way you can put any type of gift inside and you don't have to worry about how it looks really. But you look inside and it's just white. The floor is gray, and I embossed it with another embossing folder. I'm just really getting a lot of use out of the embossing folders, and I'm trying to make it more manly. Now what I did do was I made these sticky note holders here, and they're different. I use that school bus stamp and use a marker to color it yellow. colored pencil or marker. I'm kind of going back and forth between them. And then I use glossy, I think I use embossing powder on this one. I prefer glossy accent because it's shiny, but thick embossing powder or UT to make it hard. And then I attached it with some jump rings. Here's another one. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a school bus or what, but you can search the internet for YouTube to see how to make those sticky note holders. And let's see if there's anything else with this. I can show you what one of the notepads look like in their original form. I think I can. Yes, I can. When they come, they look like this. So they have orange, red, and yellow. I don't even think they had red, but it wasn't teacherish. So I cut a strip of cardstock, maybe 2 1/2 or 2 1/4 by the width of it. And the sheets are perforated, so they're really neat. They are a kind of a brown or craft paper look with lines on it. So I try to incorporate some sort of natural or wooden or something that will blend in with this paper for these gift boxes. And hope you enjoy the video, and if you have any comments, please leave them. Again, this is Brenda with WorkShopScraps by Brenda, and I'll post these on the blog as soon as I can. Thank you.